power plays and ultimatums given for the people that hold the power, whether that be toward a female or male artist. And you have to not be desperate. You have to be willing to say, I'm good. There are horrible things that happen every day, whether it be in the industry or not, mentally, emotionally, sexually, financially. There can be power plays and ultimatums given for the people that hold the power.
Dealing with all the beehive coming at you.
I don't have anybody coming at me, but I know what I'm not guilty of.
Oh, of course. But do you think Beyonce might say things or sing things just to stir up publicity for a new album, or?
I can't really.
Mia is finally speaking out. After years of silence, she's breaking down what really happened to her career. The 90s R&B queen, known for her sultry voice and timeless hits, just shut down all the wild rumors tying her to an alleged affair with Jay-Z. But that's not all. She's pulling back the curtain on the shady world of the entertainment industry. In a rare interview, Mia didn't name names, but she made it very clear. This game ain't for the soft-hearted. She opened up about how standing on real values can get you blackballed, just for saying no to the wrong people. And fans are piecing it all together now, saying the only reason Mia never got the global spotlight she deserved was because she refused to play dirty. She didn't sell her soul, fans are saying. That's why they pushed her out. And when you look at her talent, it's wild she didn't blow up even bigger. We're talking about the same Mia who gave us bangers like It's All About Me, Case of the X, and that unforgettable Lady Marmalade collab. And she wasn't just killing it in music. Mia crossed into film too, showing out in Chicago in Shall We Dance? So now the question is, did the industry turn its back on her because she wouldn't bow down? Or was something even darker going on behind the scenes? Mia wasn't just talented, she was unstoppable. She racked up awards left and right, snagging a Grammy for Lady Marmalade and even a Screen Actors Guild Award for her role in Chicago. Just like the late Aaliyah, Mia was a triple threat. Singing, dancing, acting, she had everything it takes to run the game. Fans were sure she was headed straight for global domination until she started to disappear. After some behind-the-scenes drama with her record label, Mia slowly faded out of the spotlight. And the silence? It had fans shook. What could have happened to make someone so gifted just step away from the fame? Then came the whispers.
To live by, put myself in a completely different world and environment just to function and stay good, stay alive.
Rumors started flying that Jay-Z allegedly propositioned Mia, and when she turned him down, she got blackballed. Others claimed Beyonce felt threatened by Mia's talent and wasn't having it. Beyonce saw her as competition, some fans claimed. But is any of this really true? What we do know is this. Mia chose to walk away from the major label machine and go independent. She was originally signed to Interscope Records, who reportedly wanted to mold her into their R&B queen to rival Aaliyah, Brandy, and Monica. And she delivered. Her debut album dropped in '98, went platinum, and sold over 2 million copies worldwide. So why did a rising star like that vanish from the charts? Was it industry politics? Hidden threats? Or did Mia just decide to play her game on her terms? Mia was everywhere, linking up with the biggest names in the game. She was dropping fire collabs with Missy Elliott, Babyface, Diane Warren, Drew Hill, Christina Aguilera, Lil Kim, and Pink. Her second and third albums, Fear of Flying and Mood Ring, dropped under Interscope and kept her name hot. And she wasn't stopping there. Mia even made a smooth jump into Hollywood, starring in Shall We Dance alongside Richard Gere and Jennifer Lopez, which smashed it at the box office.
Guarded within your career.
This is what I did. I said, no, I'm good, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so sometimes that doesn't translate as far as what you are allowed to have, what you have access to. You will be blackballed. You will be talked about. You will be on. You will be rumored about. But you have to stand strong on what you don't care for it's not that serious to me, you know, if I have to sell my soul. I understand that I might have sacrificed some.
But just when she was gearing up for her 4th studio album, everything flipped. The project, originally titled Control Freak, was supposed to drop in mid-2005. But out of nowhere, Mia walked away from Interscope that fall. She later signed with Universal Motown and renamed the project Liberation. But that deal turned into a total disaster. Universal kept delaying the album release, fumbled the promo, and then made a huge mistake. Someone from the label accidentally leaked the entire album in Japan. That leak went viral, and Liberation hit the internet before it ever had a proper launch. Still, Maya never took legal action against Universal Motown. Fans were shocked. Some even said she dropped the ball by not suing. But Mia had her reasons. In her sit-down with Vlad TV, she hinted at the real darkness behind the curtain. She talked about how artists, men and women, get pressured with inappropriate offers, and how some labels try to trap you in contracts filled with bad energy. "You gotta say no," Mia explained. And when she did, she chose freedom over fame. After all the chaos with the labels, Mia said enough was enough. She cut ties with the industry machine and took matters into her own hands. She started dropping music independently and built a loyal fan base without any label backing her. No radio deals, no massive PR rollouts, just real music, straight from her soul.
Something in the physical world, but the spiritual world is not worth it. You're okay. You don't need to do anything. What you need to do is protect every part of your life, your spirit especially, because everything else is connected to that. There are some people, not everyone, that have huge egos, you know, and awful mindsets towards men, towards women, towards people. And it's very difficult to be around. It's just very difficult. And the way they define.
But let's be real. Going indie in an industry that thrives on control? That's not easy. Mia opened up about how certain circles in the entertainment world try to freeze you out when you stop playing their game. She didn't want to be someone's puppet, and that decision came with a cost. In her Vlad TV interview, she said a lot of folks don't get how much pressure there is behind the scenes. Artists get locked into deals that force them to be around toxic people and situations. And if you say no, you get labeled difficult or worse, completely blacklisted. Mia also didn't shy away from calling out the shady ways artists, especially women, get manipulated. "You're expected to say yes to everything," she revealed. But Mia stood firm, choosing peace over fake promises. She may not be all over the charts like before, but she's out here living on her terms. No handlers, no puppeteers, just a woman who walked away from the glitter to keep her soul clean. And now, fans are finally seeing the bigger picture. They're saying Mia didn't disappear. She escaped. Even though Mia vanished from the mainstream spotlight, she never stopped grinding. Instead of chasing chart positions, she built her own empire, quietly stacking wins on her own terms.
Power.
She dropped albums independently, booked international tours, and even started teaching wellness and self-love through her brand. While the industry was busy ignoring her, Mia was out here making boss moves behind the scenes. But some fans are just now waking up to the truth. Mia's absence wasn't because she fell off. It was because she refused to play dirty. She didn't bend to the pressure. She didn't take the bait. And in a business where silence can mean survival, Mia chose to stay true, even if it cost her the spotlight. People close to the industry have even hinted that Mia was too clean for certain doors to open. She wasn't down with the weird energy, one insider said. And when you don't join the clique, they try to erase you like you never existed? Still, Mia kept it classy. No messy callouts, no name dropping, just quiet power. And fans are now praising her for staying grounded in a space that often swallows people whole. She might have walked away from the flashing cameras, but she never walked away from her purpose. And that's exactly why people are finally giving her the respect she's always deserved. Mia didn't just survive the industry, she flipped the script and won without selling out. What's wild is that even without the machine backing her, Mia stayed booked and unbothered. She toured across the globe, performed for packed crowds overseas, and kept dropping new music for her real ones. No major label in sight. While the US industry acted like she vanished, Mia was out there living like a quiet legend.
Your space, but you don't necessarily know what the agenda is behind someone speaking down to you, at you, etc. There are horrible things that happen every day, whether it be in the industry or not, mentally, emotionally, sexually, financially, and you have to break down your value. You really have to assess that and your standards. And it's very difficult if you don't know it, if you can't identify it regarding what's coming at you. And that takes some time to maybe step away if you walked into this game not knowing who you are. If you start early in any game without knowing who you are and being solid in some type of foundation, it's...
But behind the scenes, people started connecting the dots. Why was someone so talented, so polished, so respected, getting no love from mainstream media? Fans started asking the real questions, and the answers weren't pretty. Some insiders say Mia's independence ruffled feathers. Labels don't like when artists prove they don't need them. Others claim she turned down powerful figures, and once she said no, the doors shut, just like that. Out of sight, out of the system. In her interviews, Mia made it clear. There's a price to saying, "I'm not for sale." And while she never threw dirt on names, her words hit hard. She talked about how the industry will smile in your face, then quietly blacklist you the second you stop playing by their rules. But Mia, she kept her peace, kept her dignity, and kept it moving. No scandals, no breakdowns, just a quiet rise on her own terms. And now, years later, the world's finally catching up to what Mia's been about all along: raw talent, real values, and zero sellout vibes. Mia didn't hold back when she spoke on how twisted the industry really is. She said a lot of artists get thrown into fame before they even know who they are, and that's exactly why they become easy targets. Power players in the game know this, and according to Mia, they get off on using their power the wrong way. That's what makes it so dangerous, especially for young talent chasing fame without realizing what they're giving up in return. She kept it all the way real, saying that success isn't worth losing your soul over. And when asked how she managed to dodge those dark circles, Mia kept it simple. I said no, and I walked away. Period. But there was a cost. Mia hinted that her refusal to play along with certain powerful figures is exactly why she got blackballed. She didn't play the game, and they made her pay for it by dragging her name through the dirt. And speaking of dirt, those Jay-Z rumors? They go way back. After their collab on the 2000 remix of her hit Best of Me, whispers started flying. Producer Tone, from the Trackmasters, the duo behind the song, told Complex in 2012 that Jay-Z wasn't feeling Maya's vibe. Jay looked at her like, "I'm about to rap," Tone said, claiming Maya didn't seem grateful enough. So now people are wondering, was that moment the spark that led to Mia getting pushed out? Or was it just one piece of a bigger, messier story? So here's where things got extra messy. According to producer Tone, right when Best of Me, remix, was about to blow up, Jay-Z felt like Mia wasn't showing enough gratitude. Tone said Jay left the studio annoyed, thinking she didn't appreciate the moment. The producers even pulled Mia aside, saying, "Yo, Jay wants to do the record, but he feels like you're not even showing love. No thank you, nothing." Jay later came back and laid down his verse, but the vibe? It was already off. That's when the rumors really started flying. Word on the street was Jay, who's a whole decade older than Mia, allegedly tried to shoot his shot, and she turned him down. And instead of taking the L, they supposedly flipped the narrative. painting Mia as difficult, ungrateful, even spoiled. Fast forward to 2014, and boom, Jay-Z cheating rumors explode, and once again, Mia's name gets dragged right into the chaos. Gossip blogs started spinning stories that she was the one involved in the drama. Then came 2016. Beyonce dropped Lemonade, and fans immediately started playing detective, accusing Mia of being the infamous Becky with the good hair. But Mia clapped back hard and fast. When a fan asked her on Instagram if she was Jay's side chick, Mia shut it all the way down. Never did. Never was. Never will. And she didn't stop there. She added, "I play second to no one, pay my own bills, own my label, my management, rely on God only and respect myself, and marriage. Too much for that nonsense." Fast forward to today. Yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce might be global icons with stacked bank accounts, but Mia, she's standing tall with no regrets. She walked away from the glitz and grime of the industry to protect something way more valuable: her integrity. And that move? It's exactly why so many fans still ride for her. Mia chose morals over money, and real ones recognize that. Across social media, people are showing mad love, calling her a rare gem in a world where too many fold just to stay famous. One fan summed it up perfectly. She's giving just enough for people to catch what she's throwing out, but still knows not to say too much. Another wrote, "I love how she carries herself, with powerful standards, and never folded to people who hold fake power." That's deep. People are praising how Mia was willing to sacrifice the spotlight and all the industry perks just to stay solid. She didn't chase clout. She didn't play fake. She stayed true, and she did it all with class. "She was raised right," one fan said. "I respect her for going independent and having morals in an industry full of wolves. No gimmicks, no scandals, just a woman who refused to sell her soul. And that's why she still shines, even without the machine behind her." And someone else dropped a truth bomb. Moral of the story: keep your integrity, never sell yourself for anything, and always know your worth. Facts. Mia might have stepped away from the fame game, but what she gained? Peace of mind, and that's priceless. So now the question's on you. What do you think about Mia's journey? Was she really blackballed just for saying no to the wrong people? Or did she choose to walk away before they could break her down? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're here for the real stories the industry doesn't want you to hear, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear the truth. Tap that bell so you never miss a drop. And let's keep these conversations going. Thanks for watching, and trust you don't want to miss what's coming next. Catch you on the next one!